Well, a skills gap can put pressure on both employers and job applicants as they try to find the right job. Well, one of the keys to promoting your skill set is to know the different types of skill sets, and there really are two of them. Randy Wooden is here to explain about that. He's with the Goodwill Professional Center.
Absolutely. First of all, we hear this in the news, we hear the skills gap. And so let's briefly talk that and then the different kinds of skills. But the skills gap exists where businesses are seeking both hard or soft skills from workers, and there's a short supply of that. Right now the economy is doing pretty well, and depending on what side of the aisle you sit on, you can cast blame or credit or whatever, but the reality is that there are fewer job hunters out there chasing after the jobs. And so that's the skills gap right now. Employers are saying we need certain skills, but maybe the marketplace doesn't have it. So let's talk hard skill, soft skill.
Okay.
And so you understand the difference. And the hard skill is what I would call binary. It's either you have it or you don't. You've either done it or you haven't.
Like you're a welder or you're not.
Correct. Or you have a college degree or you don't. Or you've worked in manufacturing or you've worked in sales or purchasing. You either have or you haven't. And those hard skills you can list on a resume. I can read it and say, okay, Cindy has been a news anchor.
Yeah.
The soft skills are what I call the Boy Scout kind of things, the stuff that you learned in kindergarten. Remember that? And that's where it's teamwork, it's showing up on time, it's having a good attitude, it's problem solving, it's getting along. Because we've all worked with people, we all have, who are very skilled, but you just don't like to have to deal with them.
Yeah.
And other people that are just so wonderful to be around, but they're not in the right job because the hard skills, they don't have those. And so right now with the economy doing pretty well, the hard skills are hard to find because they're mostly employed. And so companies are more apt to put more weight on the soft skills, saying, hey, we can teach the how to, we can't teach the want to.
Right.
So that's kind of what's going on in the marketplace. And when the economy was bad in 09 and 10, it was different, the big stack of resumes. And I could look through it and find, okay, do they have a degree? Have they done this for 10 years?
Right.
In other words, the hard skills were emphasized more than they might be now. So the challenge for you, if you're watching today, if you're a job hunter, you've got to be a lifelong learner. The job that you personally do, the job that I do, may not exist 5 or 10 years from now, at least in the way that it is now. And so if we don't continue to get technical training or other training, we're going to fall by the wayside. We can't rely. I mean, technology is moving at light speed. And if you're an employer, you've got to communicate with companies like Goodwill, community colleges, and others to say, hey, here are the skills that we need to have people trained on so that we can have, again, those hard skills going forward. And that crystal ball is foggy. It really is, because we don't know where technology's headed.
Right.
So a lot of challenges out there. So again, if you're a job hunter, lifelong learner, if you're an employer, communicate with Goodwill, communicate with schools to understand and have them understand what are the skills needed to be taught.
Exhibit the I am willing to learn kind of attitude.
You bet. And look, if you're lacking the hard skills, take a course in technology. Volunteer maybe at a nonprofit. So on a resume now you can say, I have done that.
Right.
And also in the interview, be prepared to cite examples of teamwork, problem solving, some of those soft skills that you may not think to put on a resume, but those are the things that help separate you, just like your personality separates you from other news anchors. It's your likability, those are, and your believability. Those are things that help separate you, and you can't teach that.
Awesome. Interesting. You can get in touch with Randy by contacting the Goodwill Professional Center. The website there is goodwillprofessionalcenter.org, or you can email him at procenter@goodwillnc.org, or you can call 336-464-0516. Thank you.
Thank you.